Alright, so we have one more quest here in the tea house, and after that we're going to move on. This quest is on the ground level of the tea house, so we're going to go down here and over here. So let's talk to this old lady.
Hello, young one. My name is Kwan, but everyone calls me Old Mother Kwan. I'd like you to call me that too, okay?
Sure thing.
Welcome to my tea house. Oh, that's not right. No, not anymore. Sorry about the confusion, dearie. What I meant to say was, welcome to Master Dutong's tea house. Yes, I owned the tea house for many years. At least I thought I did. But then Master Dutong came to town with that imperial writ. Oh my, wasn't that a shock? Turns out his family owns this land. They have for hundreds of years. The land is his along with everything on it, so now he owns my tea house too. He was nice enough to let me stay on here as a helper. I steep the tea. Yanwan takes the orders, and Master Dutong, well, he mostly just drinks his wine.
What a stand-up guy. Yeah, we actually met him in the last video.
Why would I do such a thing? I can't even imagine anyone being so horrible they'd forge an imperial writ. No, I'm sure the land belongs to Master Dutong. That is very nice of you, my child, but what could you do? I would love to have my tea house back, but it belongs to Master Dutong now. You can't argue with an imperial writ. All this talk is just the rambling of an old woman. Put it out of your head and enjoy yourself. It may not be mine anymore, but this is still a fine tea house.
Alright, so you're going to want to talk to Yanru next. He's over at the bar here.
Hello! Greetings! Welcome! My name is Steeper Yanru, and I'll be... No, that's not right. Not right at all. Idiot! I'm Barkeep Yanru now, not Steeper Yanru. I'm sorry about that. I still can't get the hang of this new position. Sometimes I wish Old Mother Kwan still owned the tea house so things could go back to the way they were. Old Mother Kwan used to run the place until Dutong bought it. Well, buy isn't quite right. It's complicated. Talk to Mother Kwan if you want the whole story. I used to steep the tea here. They called me Steeper Yanru. But now Dutong says I'm going to be the new barkeep. And I'll have to give out advice and wine in equal doses.
Alright, let's hear some of this advice here, Yanru.
Sure. Just remember, I'm pretty new at this. I'm still practicing. Let's try this one. Every bureaucrat knows a tree grows toward the light, but a rock grows not at all.
Uh-huh.
I have no idea. Dutong just had me memorize a bunch of wise sayings. None of them make much sense to me. Maybe they'll sound better if people drink the wine.
Here's your advice, drink more. Okay.
The wise man will always remember that falling leaves spiral downwards, but only until they rest on the earth. I kind of like this next one. If you drop a rock in a well, you'll hear a splash. But if you drop a feather in a fire, you'll hear something very different. Here's a short one. If you must sleep on the same bed, at least try to dream different dreams. When one's foot knows what one's hand is doing, one is dangerous. But if the belly button has not been consulted, havoc will ensue. Sorry, but Dutong only had me memorize 5 sayings. You bled me dry earlier. I have no more advice left. Is there anything else you need?
Alright, enough messing around. Let's ask about the writ.
That imperial writ has caused us no amount of grief. Mother Kwan lost her tea house. Waitress Yanwan is busier than ever, and I spend all day giving out foolish advice. Mother Kwan saw it, though her eyes aren't too good. Most of us didn't bother to give it a look since hardly anyone in the town can read anyway.
Dutong probably wrote it in crayon.
You mean it wasn't real? That means Mother Kwan should still own the tea house. Problem is, Dutong's already shown everyone the writ, and now he's got it locked away. If you're right, he'd never bring it out again. There's no way to prove he cheated Mother Kwan. That might work. It would probably help if you get him drunk first. That's something I can help you with. Dutong's always having me send over wine. Usually I mix it with water so he doesn't get too drunk too fast, but I could start sending it to him unmixed. It won't be quite that easy. I've watched Dutong for quite a while, and when he's drinking, he usually goes through 3 stages of drunkenness. Dutong gets very friendly when he starts to drink. You might get a confession out of him then, but I doubt it. He's not really all that drunk at that stage. Usually after about 7 bowls, he slips into depression and sorrow. He complains about how his life is worthless and what a bad and sinful man he is. Not a pretty sight. By the 9th glass, he starts to get paranoid. You can't really talk to him then. Usually around that time, I try to slip a restorative potion into his glass to sober him up. The restorative tastes pretty foul, but it does the job. Works instantly and makes a man sober as an imperial judge. Dutong's guard keeps a vial handy at all times, just in case. The guard gave me a few vials so I could slip them into Dutong's wine when he starts to get paranoid. Keeps him from getting out of hand. No problem. We have 2 sorts of wine here. Peasant's wine and imperial seasoned spirits. The peasant's wine is pretty weak, but that's usually what Dutong drinks. The imperial seasoned spirits are a lot stronger. 1 bowl of that is worth 3 bowls of peasant's wine. And if Dutong gets too drunk, I have the restorative to sober him up.
Hooray for basic math. Yay.
1 drink for Master Dutong coming up. Anything else I can do for you? 1 drink for Master Dutong coming up. Anything else I can do for you? 1 drink for Master Dutong coming up. Anything else I can do for you?
Alright, so when you see that, you should probably go talk to him now and get a confession.
Good. Go speak to Dutong. If he's not drunk enough, or if he's too drunk, come back and see me and I'll mix him up another drink. We'll get him to admit he's a cheat and a sneak. Then old Mother Quan will be back in charge, and I won't ever have to give out another bit of bad advice.
What do you want? You come to mock me? Come to laugh at the tragedy that is the life of 3 Sheets Dutong? No, not the writ. Let's not talk about that. It's my secret shame. Just the thought of that writ brings tears to my eyes. It tears at my poor, miserable soul.
Even Dutong's miserable about owning the tea house. Wow.
Yes, I'm a worm. A filthy snake. I'm a worthless, wretched worm. Oh, I'm a despicable person. A bad man. The writ, it's a fake. A forgery. I made it all up.
Boss, what are you saying? I better sober you up.
Oh, I hate that restorative potion. Oh, that stuff tastes like vomit baked in a glaze of goat hair and garnished with a sprinkling of horse dung. And now I have the strangest memory, as if oh no. Did I say anything to you, stranger? Anything about, I don't know, an imperial writ?
Why, yes. I believe you did.
What? No, I never said any such thing.
I heard what you said, Dutong. I knew you cheated Mother Quan out of this place, and now we have proof. You can't get out of this now.
Ah, I see what you're after. Oh yes, 3 Sheets Dutong was not born yesterday, or the day before that. Indeed, we are speaking the language of commerce. I will give you a great deal of silver to keep this little secret from getting out. Lots of silver for both of you, if you keep quiet about this.
I don't know, Dutong. I could really use the silver, but Mother Quan is such a nice old lady, I'm just not sure what to do. Right, of course. What was I thinking? Old Mother Quan's a good woman. She deserves to have her tea house back.
Boss, people aren't gonna like us when they find out what you did. Maybe we should get out of here.
That's the smartest thing you've said since I hired you. Let's go.
Well done. It'll be nice to have old Mother back in charge again. You should tell Mother Quan she got her tea house back. Now things can go back to the way they were.
Screw anyone that thought I was evil enough to screw over an old lady. Oh, you guys.
Hello again, dearie. I hope you're having a nice time here in in Master Dutong's tea house. A forgery, are you certain? That scoundrel! No wonder he left here so fast. Cheating an old woman out of her hard-earned living. The very nerve. People, listen to me. Master Dutong has left. For good. And thanks to this brave young man here, the tea house is mine again.
Hooray for Mother Quan! Her tea house is back in business.
You've given me back the only thing I ever cared about. And you've done a service for this town, too. I'm going to turn this place back into a respectable quality tea house. I don't have much. The only reward I can offer is my humble thanks. That and a promise that you will always be welcome here at Old Mother Kwan's.
Alright, so that was one of the last sort of missions here in the tea house, except for maybe the Hui one, because for the Hui one you actually have to come back and talk to Hui after you go to the dam. It doesn't actually transport you here like it does in some of the other missions, where you have to, you know, go to the tea house or whatever. But yeah, so remember to go back after you search the dam. Now we're actually going to go and talk to some people in Tien's Landing and get some more quests maybe, and more information. So yeah, enjoy, I guess.
Welcome, stranger! Welcome to beautiful Tien's Landing! Isn't it a glorious day? Oh, I know, people complain and grumble, but honestly, I think they're overreacting. Things can't be that bad, right? After all, you're here. If the town was truly doomed, would we still be getting visitors? Ha, I think not. In fact, I think your presence here is a sure sign that things are looking up. Soon, all our problems will be solved. It's just like I kept saying. Huh, you're not the only one. All over town, people keep saying to me, Li Shun, why are you so happy? Can't you see how bad things are? But it's just a matter of perspective. Things will get better, they always do. It's like my father used to say, the greater the problem, the greater the solution. I'm sure it'll all work out. Enjoy your stay in wonderful Tien's Landing, where things are never as bad as they seem.
You know what? Despite his weird, almost creepy optimism, Li Shun might be right. I mean, oh, things can't be that terrible in Tien's Landing, right? I mean, there can't be that many problems that you know, with the dam. I mean, how many people's lives could possibly be negatively affected by the situation with the dam?
Pierre uksayer sinini sisayer rusta atapafawer sumpuno ko suir toweruk.
There are several customers who owe me money, but with the dam open, times are hard. I can't expect them to pay me when they can't even feed their families. And if they don't pay me, I can't afford the raw materials to make my woodwork. It's a difficult situation, but I'm trying to make the best of it.
You're a captain without a ship. She's nothing but a landlocked house now.
I will discover a way to free this ship.
Well, you're still the captain, for now. But if you don't get us out of this town soon, you're going to have a mutiny on your hands. Then we'll see what's what.
The Great Dam is open and the lake that feeds into the river is gone. My ship is stranded here like a lame water buffalo. Close the dam and free us, and I'll give you all the silver I have.
Alright, I was just trying to be positive. I mean, have to show the montage of all the people suffering and the music and depressing atmosphere of the town and God damn it, game.